As an athlete, the most important relationship you can have is one that is based on trust and communication. I think they are the two biggest aspects of a coach-athlete relationship, that no matter what happens, you have to have those two things. You will go through highs and lows as a coach and as an athlete, but unless you have that trust in someone to say, you know what, I'm not happy, you know what, this isn't working. And if you can't communicate that either, then you haven't got anything. So I think for me, if you can get that trust straight away, be able to talk, honestly with each other, then I think you're on the right path. If you can have that ability to be able to talk to a coach and say, well, this is where I am and this is what I want to be, but I'm struggling here, I'm struggling with dealing with these emotions, then I think that as a coach and an athlete, if you can work through that together, if you can work through those emotions, whether it's a high emotion, whether it's a low emotion, but you can talk, I think that sets it up, and that person can then really blossom on that field of play, because they don't have to worry about those things. When I was on the badminton court, it felt that I didn't have to think about what was going on at school. I didn't have to think about what was going on at home. I could just play, and I felt really free. You're always judged everywhere in life. You're judged at school, you're judged in the workplace, but the one place that you don't want to be that is in sport. You want to be able to go in there, be who you are, be that personality that you want to be, and that's fine. And I think that if you have that environment where, I think my coaches always said that even when I walked into the sports hall, they knew exactly what kind of mood I'm in, but it didn't matter. They would just allow me to get whatever it was out of my system, and then they could really push me and really help me perform. So I think it's somewhere, again, I like to talk about it as a safe place, and my place, no judgments, lots of trust. And I think if you can create that, where kids feel great, feel really confident and really secure, then I think that's perfect. When I was an elite athlete, and also actually someone who was coming through the ranks, I got bored very easily. I don't have a great attention span, as most young people have when they're going through sport. So for me, I think variety was a big factor in keeping me into sport. Lots of kids do get bored if they're just stuck in a sports hall or doing the same thing, the same routine over and over again. So it's about really identifying those people and trying to keep that fun elements, and I think that's really important in sport with young people. So my coaches were great, and they said, well, if you want to go and play hockey, go and play hockey. Don't have to play badminton. Or, come on, let's go for a run outside. Let's go and do something different. And just changing that environment, and don't be afraid to do that, actually can really lift kids. Actually can say, you know what, someone's recognised that I'm not feeling it today, or I'm just getting a bit down about being in the same sports hall over and over again. Let's do something different. My one piece of advice would be really help that young athlete learn about them. Let them be themselves. I always, had a saying when I was sort of as an athlete, it's just to be you. Don't change anyone. Don't change their personality. Don't change anything about them. Just let them grow as a person and as an athlete. That's all you can ask.